Okay, so let's do a demo here. So this is one of my email accounts. Actually, this is the email account for my parents. I manage their finances and a lot of their affairs. So I've opened up an email address for them. And this is Gmail. So again, the demonstration I'm going to be giving you is through Gmail. But Yahoo and AOL and all the other services basically function the same way. I'm not going to show you how to send an email, compose an email. I'm assuming that you all know how to do that. So we're going to skip that. But what I do want to show you, which is really helpful, is creating folders to manage your email. So over on the left-hand side, I have my various folders. I've got my inbox folder, my sent folder, drafts, spam, trash. And then I've got other folders that I've created. AARP, Chase, Citizen Bank, Democrat and Chronicle, and so on. So how do I create a folder in Gmail? The very bottom here, it says more. If I click on that, it's going to show me more items. And if I go to the very bottom, it says create new label. I'm creating a new label for a new folder. So I click on create new label. It says, okay, what do you want to call your folder? So in this case, I'm going to call my folder test ABC. I can call it anything I want, but I'm going to call it test ABC. I hit create, and now I have a folder called test ABC. And I can move my email by simply dragging and dropping. I click and drag that right into test ABC. And now it's out of my inbox folder and it's in my test ABC folder. So any email that I want to move, I can click, select it, hold it down, and drag it to any one of these folders. If I want to move it back, I can open up the folder. If I want to move it back to my inbox, I can just simply click and drag it back to my inbox. And now it's back into my inbox. It's also in my test ABC folder as well. So it's in two places. If I want to delete a folder, see these little three dots that come up when I mouse over? This is just a general rule here. Whenever you see three stacked dots or three stacked lines, that means if you click on it, it's going to drop down a menu of items. So if I want to edit this folder, I've got those three dots. I click on those three dots, and here I can remove the label, I can edit it, I can rename it, I can add a color, I can do whatever I want. In this case, I'm going to remove it. So I'm going to click on remove label. It says, are you sure you want to remove it? Because it will delete everything in that folder. So I hit delete. And now my test ABC folder is gone. So again, that is under the more section on in this column over here. And you may have to scroll down to see that. A lot of this is kind of another thing that I find that a lot of people, when they open something up online, they go to a website, they open an email, whatever, they only look at what's in front of them. Lots of times you got to scroll down to see what it is that you're actually looking for. Okay, how do I attach a file to an email? The number one thing that you have to know is you have to know where the file is located on your computer. In order for you to attach a file, a photograph, a Word document, whatever it might be, that file lives somewhere on your computer, and you have to know where it lives. So let me show you an example here. So if I wanted to, I've got a photo right here on my desktop of my two friends here. That photo is on my desktop. I know that because I know that's where it's located. But for me to attach it, I have to know where it is first before I can attach it. So I'm going to go up to Compose, because I'm going to compose a new email. I'm going to type in the email address of who I'm going to send this to. I'm going to type in the subject. I'm just going to type in test photo. I'm just going to make this up. Hi, Dan. Please see the attached photo I took the other day. Thanks, Dan. So I'm emailing myself. So I've typed my message. I have referenced that I'm going to attach a photo. And here's my paperclip right here. I click on the paperclip. And then the next window that comes up basically is saying, okay, Daniel, where is this photo? Where is this file? So I have to know where it is. I know that the file is on my desktop. And I know that the file name is 2741 blah, 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 blah. So when I click on that, when I click on it, I hit choose, and then there's the file. There's the photograph right there. I can't see it, but the person at the other end is going to be able to see it. So from there, I hit send. If I don't hit send, the email will get stuck in my drafts folder. I hit send. The email has now been sent. And it tells me that the email has been sent. And if I want to double check, I can go in my sent folder and see that it's been sent. So that's how you attach a file. Now again, depending on how it's going to be a little bit different in Yahoo or AOL or Roadrunner. They're all going to be a little bit different, but what you're looking for the most part is looking for this paperclip icon. And that icon might not be at the bottom, it might be at the top. Okay. This is another thing that's very handy. So I have multiple email accounts. I think I have probably 5 different email accounts. And you say to yourself, Daniel, why do you have 5 email accounts? That's crazy. How do you manage all that? But the reason I have 5 email accounts is because I get a ton of email. I have an email account for my teaching business. I have an email account for my design business. I have an email account that I use to communicate with just my 6 college buddies. I have another email account that is kind of my catch-all that kind of does everything else. The reason I have those 4 different accounts is if I had one email account and all that email was coming into a single account, I'd never be able to find anything because there'd be tons and tons of email. So by having 4 different email accounts, I'm actually able to manage my email much better because everything that comes into my teaching email is just regarding teaching. Everything that comes into my buddy's email account is just my 6 college buddies. So what you can do within your browser is I've got, if you could see right along my browser here, I've got 1, 2, three, four, five, six email accounts all open at the same time. And if I want to go to my email account for my parents, I can just click on this tab, and now I'm in the email for my parents. If I want to go to my teaching email, I just click on this tab, and now I've got just my teaching email. If I want my design email, I click on this tab, and I just have my design email. It's very, very, very organized. So I always recommend that people have at least 2 email accounts. One that you give to family and friends only. You don't give it to anybody else. You don't give it to businesses. You don't give it to anybody except the friends and family that you want to communicate with. And then you have another email account that you use to buy things, to sign up, to register for websites, and so on. The beauty of that is, if you have an email account and you dedicate it to just a few people, you're not going to get any junk mail. You're not going to get any spam. The email account right here that I have, this is the email account that I have for my 6 college buddies. I don't get any spam or junk at all because the only people that have that email account are my 6 college buddies. That's it. So it's a really good way of organizing your email, is having multiple email accounts. It all depends on how much email you get.